Well, welcome to Comic-Con 2018! So at this point, it is my pleasure to introduce the moderator of this panel, Gray Drake, senior editor of Rotten Tomatoes.
Amazing! Oh my God, I am so pumped to be here. San Diego Hall H! Do you guys remember, like I do, the days where like you could just go to the jungles of Central America on like a covert rescue mission and it would like go okay? And then all of a sudden you hear, Everybody put your hands together and please don't even think about stopping clapping while I do these intros for the director and the cast of The Predator! Everybody give it up for director Shane Black and the cast Sterling K. Brown, Olivia Munn, Thomas Jane, Keegan Michael Key, Augusto Aguilera, Trevante Rhodes, Jake Busey.
Since there's been several Predator movies and one obvious glaring what if who would beat who was the Alien versus Predator, which begs the obvious question, Ripley versus Predator.
Oh.
Ripley is dope.
Ripley's dope.
Ripley would find a way.
Ripley would
Hell
definitely
yeah.
win.
Trevante, let's stick with this theme, Han Solo. We got a Yoda in there already.
Definitely the Predator.
Oh,
Definitely
Yeah.
the Predator.
snap.
Definitely the Predator.
No, wait,
I'm
Yoda?
all- the-
Han doesn't have the
Han
force.
Solo.
He's just a good pilot.
I thought you said Predator versus
Predator's a good pilot.
The Predator will kill him, though.
Easily.
Yeah, he'll kill him.
Yeah.
Let's not get too, like, the Predator's strong. He's formidable. Han Solo's just
Formidable.
charismatic.
I think the Predator. Actually, the Predator loses both of those. Yeah. Because he loses to Deadpool for the same reason he loses to Wolverine. He can strike and strike and strike
He just
and
keeps
strike,
coming
and it's
back.
not. And
Deadpool
they're
just
just going to
keeps
keep coming back.
Yeah.
Just takes Deadpool a little bit longer to recover, depending on the injury. You know what I mean?
Not Han
People
Solo.
defeat the Predator through guile, not through strength, because he's just stronger. I think the Predator kills whoever's in front of him because I don't think, by the way, I'll go a little controversial. I don't think there's a single option that's been discussed in this pre-conference thing here that would actually win against this Predator.
See this beautiful poster that is the full-size version of what's included in your survival kit? This bad boy is hopefully signed. I cannot physically see it right now. Is it signed? Great. In Hall H, you guys all know that there have been tons of selfies that have been taken in this very hall, except none of them have been done in Predator vision. So what's going to happen is we're going to gather right at the end of the stage. We're going to take this photo. You guys are going to ham it up because guess what? Just like the Predator, we see you. Let's do this. Let's walk down to the end of the stage, guys.
Let's do it.
So everybody gather behind me. Tighter. We're all friends here, all right? So I know I can't see myself either, but everybody, it's magic. We see you. It's happening. Keep it going for our guests. Jake, Augusto, Trey, Sterling, Keegan, Thomas, Olivia, Shane. Thank you, everybody.
I don't understand how we got anything done. Because we were having fun all the time, and my favorite thing being on a film set is building a culture, is building almost an Insta culture. Yeah. So we spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos together. We spend a lot of time, people would come into my trailer and we would watch black exploitation movies. So we'd watch Dolomite movies, and we'd watch The Room, and then we would do everything in our power to try to get some moment from those movies into our movie.
Yeah.
There's a moment in this video where this guy does this thing where he points to somebody like this, We tried in every single take of this movie to get this movement in the movie. And I think we might have gotten one in. I don't know yet, but I mean, there's just anytime, guys, the alien's over there, but I think if we stay over here, if I got this gun, you take the grenade launcher, make it to the chopper. We got to get over here. Unbeknownst to Shane.
Well, my character is an evolutionary biologist, so she's not in the military like these guys. But Shane and I discussed this, and I said something that's really big for me that I think about before I take on every role is just microaggression, especially when it comes to like how we portray women in the media for so long. And it's a small thing. It's not a big statement. It's just a small thing. So whenever you see movies, a guy can pick up a gun or a shot, whatever, and he just automatically knows how to do it. And girls are always like, oh, I don't know. And I thought, well, I don't want her to be proficient because she's not a soldier, but I want her to know how just the same way that guys know how, and let's just not address it. So, and Shane was completely down for that.
I spent, I don't know, 25, 26 years trying to distance myself from being lumped in with, and hey, you know, every day it's, has anyone ever told you look like Gary Busey?
Oh, boy.
No, wow, thanks for telling me that. I hadn't seen a mirror in ever. So after spending all these years of trying to build a career in the film industry and not just be lumped in with him, this comes along. And it's really the coup de grace. It's the moment of like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it all the way. And to have Shane call me and say, we got this idea, what do you think? I was like, well, hell yeah, let's do it. So I'm the same age in this movie that my dad was when they shot Predator 2. Pretty cool.
I like to make people laugh a little bit. Like, honestly, watching these guys and watching that scene in particular, I got jealous in the best way possible because my character's a bit of a lone wolf throughout the trajectory of the film, but they had such a camaraderie and had so much fun. And every once in a while, I get a chance to hang out with them, and it would be an absolute blast. But for the most part, I was by myself. I like doing different stuff every single time. Anytime somebody tries to put you into a box and say, like, this is what Sterling Brown does, I like to give them something a little different. So I thank Shane for giving me an opportunity to do something a little bit different. So
Nice.
I like it all. I love it all.
You know, part of the original Predator to me was that it was a perfect fusion. It was a piece of perfect pop art, right? It's the alien craze of the 80s and the Rambo craze together. And there was a kind of a wink to it also because you had these super muscular guys with weapons that were absolutely, ridiculous. So this one we decided for the leaner, kind of meaner approach of a dirty half dozen, and then the misfits, basically. And that applies equally to, there's a kid in the movie on the autism spectrum, there's a sort of misanthropic scientist, beautifully played by Olivia Munn, who likes dogs better than people, and they're all sort of these misfits who've come together. One of the conceits that we had when we sat down to make this was that we assume that there's a faction on the Predator homeworld that's been bested, not once, but twice, by Earthlings. They send their champions to Earth, and they don't come home. They don't like that. So we figured they want to punch back. What we've focused on is just this one instance in which a particular group of particularly angry predators have managed to formulate something as their sort of assassin, their sort of upgraded weapon. But I think it's not about a xenomorph, it's not about an experiment that's going to emerge from anyone's chest or what have you. Although I don't think AVP is dead, do you? I love